Hello, everybody. It is a Thursday morning. Hope everybody is doing well. I'd like to read for you an interesting post that I discovered by accident on my Facebook after I came home from work this past Tuesday night. Now, the post was originally from Instagram and was posted by a lady named Stormy Deal, spelled Deal. And I did that just now so people will not be confused with the other deal, DIO, if you know what I mean. Now, you may ask, who is Stormy Deal? Well, she is the daughter of a highly loved and respected guitar player named Robert Deal, aka Mick Mars, the co-founder and former longtime guitarist for Motley Crue. Now, as you recall, a couple years ago, Mars made the announcement that due to his severe spinal condition, which I still have issues pronouncing today, he is unable to do any more live performances with Motley Crue. This prompted the crew to push him out of the group. And the retirement package that was offered to him reeked of two syllables: rip off. Basically, Mars was like screwed over by the band that he helped co-found. Now, in his place, John 5 from Rob Zombie's band was brought in to fill in Mick's shoes. They did a co-headlining tour with Def Leppard. They did a few shows here and there, including a couple at the Troubadour in LA. And not too long ago, they started their Las Vegas residency. Now, Mars filed a lawsuit against the crew, citing financial issues, the deal that was offered to him by the crew and their management. It's a long mess. After this whole scenario broke out, everybody on social media was on Mick Mars' side, saying, how can you do this to the man who co-founded your group? How can you do this to Mick Mars, the most underrated badass guitar player? The man who came up with those ass-kicking riffs on this guitar to Piece of Your Action, Live Wire, Dr. Feelgood, Wild Side, Girls, 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 all those hits. Now, this post from Instagram from Stormy Deal pretty much calls out one of the other co-founders of Motley Crue, Nikki Sixx, their bass player. Here's what she had to say in her Instagram post. I wasn't going to say anything about Nikki, claiming that he's ashamed of my dad and everyone else should be too. This is a classic empath versus narcissist dynamic. When Nikki can't provoke my dad, he turns to a smear campaign, but it won't work. My dad has some of the best fans in the world, and they see through it, meaning see through all the bullshit that Nikki Sixx was spewing out. Nikki should be the one ashamed. Instead of honoring his own legacy and my dad's, he's running both into the ground. Motley Crue could have gone out on top. leaving behind the ultimate retirement, a legacy filled with pride and stories to share with future grandchildren. Instead, Nikki is choosing bitterness, making himself look like a complete fool, and leaving fans with a sour memory of Motley Crue's last chapter. She concludes by saying, "At the end of the day, fans of Mick Mars are the best." Now, I applaud Stormy for making this post and defending her father. I think we all agree Mick Mars got the screw job by the very band that he not only co-founded, but also came up with the name for. Now, I'm not going to rag on John 5, who, as I mentioned, came in and filled Mick Mars' place. He is an excellent guitar player. I remember seeing him years ago when he was still in Michigan, playing with the band Pepperland at the Ritz in Roseville, New York, in Warren, Harpo's Concert Theater in Detroit. I remember I spoke to him for a short while before he went to California. So much love and respect to John 5 for becoming the most valued guitar player in the world of rock and roll. But the way Nikki, Tommy, and Vince, the way they did Mick wrong, I'm sorry, no can do. Or let me rephrase that, no one can undo the damage that has been done to Mr. Dio. Now, ever since this whole mess came out to the public, diehard Motley Crue fans, as I mentioned earlier, have been calling out the crew for what they did to Mick, also for other issues as well. Like, in Stormy's post, she talked about how Motley Crue was supposed to end on a high note back in 2015, but yet came back to do that stadium tour alongside Def Leppard, Poison, Joan Jett, and the Blackhearts. And many people were citing that as a cash grab. People have been also complaining about the backing tracks being used on various Crue performances. People then also complaining that Nikki Sixx cannot play bass. And people to this day still rag on the way Vince Neil currently sings when he's on stage. Now, I'm not hating on Motley Crue. I'm just detailing what I've read on various social media sites, including Facebook and on X. And believe me, many people have been ragging on the crew for every reason imaginable. So if there's an issue with what I'm saying, you need to speak to those who are expressing their disgruntlement. Now, the hashtag Team Mick indeed was all over the internet after this whole mess was revealed to the public. In fact, there are a few groups on Facebook devoted to the legacy of Mick Mars. One of them, one I checked out not too long ago, called Fans of Mick Mars. Now, Mars, by the way, has released his very first solo album titled Another Side of Mars. I already heard one track from it, and yes, it is indeed very good. Give him much credit and respect for still being able to play guitar despite the spinal condition that he still has. And for what I've read, he has to be in constant pain because of this condition. Poor guy is unable to move his neck, for crying out loud. So let me know in the comments below what you thought about what I just read for you from Stormy Deal, Mick Mars's daughter, as well as what I said. I'd like to hear from you. In the meantime, subscribe to my channel, hit that like button and that notification bell. And everybody out there, enjoy your Thursday. Take care.